he a baller. Carlos is a baller. He works hard. And the thing with him, like, I play a lot of positions on the field, but he does the same thing that I do. So every day I give him credit. Like, he's been here for 3 years. We've been here at the same time. So, like, for him to continue to be in this league and be effective, like, out there at practice and with a good attitude, it makes us all happy as a running back room. But then as a team, like, his value is so huge. So, Carlos is my dog, and, he's going to continue to be the best and just compete. And I can't wait to see him play on Friday.
What does he do that's different from you and Tyler to kind of make it a trio almost?
Not much. Like, nothing much different. He runs really, really good routes. He catches the ball really well. He makes people miss. Like, he runs outsides on all the zone schemes that we do, all the run schemes that we do. He runs them very well. So, the thing with him is just continue to make that next step and continue to improve, and he can still be a great person with a good attitude, and he'll be good.
Looks like he's faster and running lower to the ground.
Yeah.
Is he faster?
Yeah. I think with him, he wanted to cut down, just be a little more slim, and that's what he did. And it's showing out there. Like, he's running very well, and he's very confident in his play. He's even talking more to the defense, like, getting more chippy.
Okay.
So it's good. Like, I think he's grown so much, obviously, and he's seen, what we do on a week in, week out, and he does it as well. So, it's all, sky's the limit for him.
Bijan, a lot of expectation, not only from yourself, but from around the football world about your performance this year. Maybe a breakout, biggest performance maybe so far in your career. What is the realistic expectation that you're setting for yourself this season?
Man, God willing, just be better than last year. You always want to improve every single year, and you want to improve as a leader, obviously as a player on the field, and you want to continue to get more and more dominant as you continue to grow in this league. And I know it was only my second year last year, but for this year, how I always say, how I was in college in my second year and my third year, you saw a complete difference. Like, it was a complete change. So, I think it's the same thing for this year, and just how I've grown in my confidence. And, when I'm on that field, like, me just thinking, like, man, you got to be unstoppable and just be the best player on the field every single time you step on the field. That's where I'm at, and I'm going to play like it, and I'm going to play for this team like it. And, obviously the gifts that God's given me will be in effect on that field, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
What's been the biggest difference from year one's camp to year three now?
Man, year one, like, it was like I had deer in the headlights. I was trying to learn so much, and I was trying to grasp so much and still play at a high level. And then it's all those, like, little rookie mistakes on the field. Like, I was trying to pick those up. I was trying to feel how fast the defense was. Like, I'm trying to get all this stuff down while I'm learning how to run a basic route, like for real, and running zone schemes and doing all that stuff. But this year, it's like, I already know what it is. Shoot, I know the whole defense. I know who I'm playing against. I know every level of the defense. Like, I'm anticipating everything before the ball even snaps. So that's the difference between year one and right now.
John, speaking of year one, I believe you were locker neighbors with Neuzil, right?
With Chris Lindstrom.
Okay.
Oh, and Neuzil, yeah. We were all the same. We were all the same.
What is your best Neuzil story? Do you have one? What did you learn about him, and what got him to be the team starting center at this point?
Shoot, Neuzil's a dog. Like, Neuzil's a dog, man. I think the funny story is, like, one day he put one of his player cards in my locker for me to sign because he saw, like, I had all these player cards, and so he had his one player card and he put it in my locker. I was like, bro, like, you're sitting right next to me. But no, dude, Neuzil, he's a beast, man. Like, he started a lot of the season last year, so I think he's prepared for this year, and he's always positive. He's super smart, so I don't have to worry about what he's making at the line, the calls that he's making, because he says it loud, he anticipates it, and he's ready to go. So I think this year's going to be a fun year for him. Hopefully he, I want him to be an all-pro. But I just told Neuzil, like, bro, just don't leave me, bro. Just don't leave me. That's it.
I went back and I watched your press conference when y'all first got to camp and reported, and you were kind of talking about how, okay, the goal is always postseason, it's playoffs, but you can't think that far ahead. You have to really, truly live in moment by moment. Meanwhile, the defense is talking about this whole idea of moving in silence and kind of not talking about it, just going out and doing
Yeah.
it. What does that mentality, I guess, like mean to the team at this point in time in training camp?
I mean, it means a lot. Like, you know, I hate to like say stuff early because, like you just said, we had to go out there and do it. But I mean, the defense has changed, man. Like, you know, they're super athletic, which is great, but the mentality's changed. Like they're more aggressive. They're playing for each other. They're, you know, everything that Brick says to them, like they listen and they do it, and it makes us happy. Obviously, like some practices I'd be getting pissed off because like I'm like, bruh, like, you know, we're trying to break everything like all the time as an offense, and we're trying to create these explosives in the run game and the pass game, which we'll do. But like they're so energetic, and if they make a big play, like they're gonna make it known. They're gonna come to your face, like they're gonna, yeah, we here, like, you know, just like get excited. And you know, for us, like that's what we want. You know, we want them to be like that. We want them to set that edge, have that edge, because we're gonna bring it on our side. So they bring it on their side too. Like we'll be a hard team to stop. But yeah, moving this on in silence is a real thing for us.
When who do you think that permeates from? Like that
On defense?
Yeah.
Shoot, Kaden Elliss. Like Kaden's that's their alpha. You know, he drives the energy. Obviously they all do, but when Kaden's on and he's bringing the energy, like they're different. They're a different defense, and good thing for them, he brings it every single day. So it's fun to see.
When did you start to notice this shift in the defense? Obviously, Caden's a guy that's been here and has always had that energy
Yeah.
you're talking about, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of different pieces around him. When did you notice the shift?
Day one, probably OTAs. Like towards the back end of OTAs, when they were really starting to get the defense, is when we all started noticing like something's different, like with them. And then obviously when camp started, like their whole energy is changed. And obviously like it's the leader, it's the head. I think is what's most effective for them. Like Brick being such a high energy guy, but so smart at the same time. Like they really love that. They really, you know, enjoy like just playing for him. So when they play for him, like they're flying around, and it even makes my confidence higher because I have to see so many different things now, and they're moving all over the field, and I have to, you know, see where gaps are, see where the hole's going to end up, or even on routes, you know, how am I going to approach this route? So with them having me think like that and having me think all the time, like it's only going to make us better when we play somebody else.
How much do you think that this defense that you're going up against can really unlock something different for you?
A lot. Like I played this kind of defense my rookie year, against the Jets, and they were a very, very good defense, and they were very explosive, and it was all because of his defensive scheme. And I think when I play a defensive scheme like this every single day, then when we play against any other schemes, like I think the sky's the limit.
So it reminds you of that Jets defense.
Absolutely. And that was probably the best defense, one of the top 3 defense I played my whole time here. So, yeah, I love playing against them.
What do you like about running behind Ryan Neuzil?
Well, y'all see his belly? So like,
Brooke said he was stump-like, like
Yeah.
like a tree stump.
yeah, he's like a bowling ball. Like if you feel like that's not a soft belly, like that thing's hard. that thing is firm. And like when he blocks people, he moves people like out the way. And then he's athletic. So, you know, just him being there, him having a presence, and me trying to set up his blocks a lot. Like I just see him just like delivering blows, delivering contact, and you know, for how athletic he is, and people might not think he's like the biggest guy, but he really moves people out the way, and it really helps me, Tyler. Like we all, you know, attract to that because you need a center that's a dog at the same time, and you know he brings that dog mentality.
Is there anything that gets him like high or low because he seems so?
Nope, nothing. Like he's the same person all the time. And when it's crunch time, like he's just standing there in the huddle, and I'm like, Neuzil, like, you ready to go? He's like, hell yeah, like come on. And he is like he really brings that. So you know, I appreciate Neuzil, and you know, he's been with the O-line for the whole time too. So the chemistry is there, and they trust him, and we all trust him. And I mean, with him just continue to gain confidence in camp, especially against a defense like what we're playing against right now. Like, I think he's going to be super ready for the season.
You weren't here when he was giving his news flashes, were you? That was before your time.
That was before my time. I don't even know what is that.
Apparently he used to, because his name is Neuzil,
Yeah.
and Arthur Smith made him do news flashes where he had to give facts every day to the entire team.
Oh, I feel bad for him for that. I know he probably hated that, but that's cool. That's cool.
It's year 2 for Michael Penix, but it's also year 2 for your offensive coordinator as a play caller here. What have you seen from him that's different potentially from years past, just with Zach Robinson in particular?
I mean, I think last year he did a really good job, but now it's like he's confident, man. Like, this is the second year under, his offense, and we've added so much to it. He's just bringing that true confidence now, and he's not afraid to call anything when he feels it's right, and he's not afraid to take risk because he trusts his players and he trusts what we do on the field. So I think that's his biggest thing, and I think with him, understanding that like he has really great players out there, then he can add so many different little things and nuances, and that's what he's doing. And I'm excited to get to. And then now we all know the offense, so like we know what we're doing, we know what we're supposed to do, and so that's the difference between last year and this year.
He was talking smack. You see on that video when Ra was mic'd up.
He was?
Ago?
He
Yeah.
was? Oh, yeah.
He was like, I dare you to stop the run.
Oh,
Zach said
absolutely,
that, yeah.
absolutely. No, Zach will before the drive starts, he'll be like, and it's his little soft voice, man. He'd be like, he's like, B, you're gonna kill him today. He's like, they can't stop you. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, that's where he's at, and we're all on the same page, and we're going to continue to drive and feed off of his energy now, that what he's bringing, and that's we can't wait to get started with him when week one comes.
I don't really need an impersonation, but what do you appreciate about the way Drake London kind of switches on the field? He's a different person.
Yeah. Drake's a different breed. I just don't understand how he's like super nice, outside of the field, and then on the field, like, yeah, he's like a monster. Like he'll cuss you out. If you get in front of him, if they throw a flag, like, he gonna talk to the ref, he gonna speak. But that's what drives us. Like his energy, what he brings. Like I feel that, and I'm not gonna talk, but in my head I'm like, yeah, I gotta be on that level with him, because he enforces something that we haven't seen before, and Drake can be the nicest guy, but on that field, like he's a scary dude to line up in front of. He's a scary dude to try to take on the block too, because he's gonna try to kill you. But I mean, I love that dude. Like he's one of my best friends, but on the field, he's the best player you want to play with.
So you mentioned Kaden as kind of that guy on defense where they're looking to him. Are you guys looking to Drake when it comes to that energy piece of it?
Yeah, it's Drake and Burge. Like Burge. Yeah, like Burge he's bringing it. He's bringing that heat, and he's gonna talk to the other team. And I told the guys, I was like, don't look at me, because I was like, get excited when I make plays on the field, but I'm not gonna talk. I'm so quiet. But with him, like, yeah, he's that guy in the huddle where it's just like, when he's turned it on, like we look at him, and then everything changes.
This term, moving in silence. And it's something that's come up a few times with both of them, and I'm curious from your perspective, what does that mean for this defense?
Actions speak louder than words, and just put your work in and let success be your noise. It's as simple as that, I think.
We were talking to Bijan right before this, and he made the comment. I asked him, I was like, Brick's like heart, mind, fist mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who does that permeate from, if not Brick? And he said you. He was like, everything kind of starts with Kaden. How much do you pride yourself on being that person? I mean, it's probably by nature of the position, but just being that person for this defense.
Those are awesome words to hear from him. At the end of the day, I want this to be a special group, and I believe it can be a special group. I see just the talent that's on this defense right now. Most I've seen since I've been here. So I just want us to put it together and go crazy and have fun and play with that heart, play with that mind, play with that fist, execute at a high level. But even more so, play with passion and energy, because I think that'll cover up for a lot. And that's just one of the really awesome things that Brick has brought with him, and that he's just instilled in us. And I believe if we come together, that we can be really special.
Kaden, talk about the difference between this group, this point this season versus last year's group. What is the biggest difference?
there's a lot of the guys that are the same. A lot of guys are still here. Obviously, lost Grady and some other people that wish, could have kept them. But at the end of the day, I think just the difference is what we were just talking about. A lot of the same people. Got some new people that, these rookies I'm really excited about. I think they're going to be great players. Some other free agents. Jordan Fuller's been awesome to bring in. Obviously Floyd and Morgan. But at the end of the day, really what it comes down to is just who you are on this field. Whether you're going to bend or not when it's hot outside, when it's cold outside, when it's raining, when it hurts a little bit, when you're deep into camp, or you're going to be able to keep striving, keep straining for greatness. And, it's never going to be perfect. But I think the biggest difference right now is that strain, that strive for greatness is a lot closer. And I'm proud of that, and I'm excited to see how we can keep pushing through.
Bijan was talking about he has noticed a difference in this defense, whether it be energy or aggression. He has noticed that shift. When did you start to feel like that shift was happening?
I think Britt Kane made it pretty clear the moment he got here. And for anybody that's been watching film on defense the last couple of years, you saw what the Jets were doing. They were doing some pretty cool things over there. And he challenged us off the jump. Flip this tape. Right now I got to show you this because this is what I was coaching the last couple of years. But make this tape yours and go out there and, what are we going to be? It's up to you guys. And I think some of the leaders on the team have really pushed that, as well as some of the other guys. Like some guys that maybe aren't as well known that you see them going out there. Someone I'll shout out is Natron Brooks, just running, making plays, like getting up with energy, excitement, playing with that swagger. I think that just takes over.
It does feel like even the young guys, the rookies, have really bought into that mentality. How much do you notice it from even them?
Yeah, it's the rookies have been awesome because their heads are on. They're figuring things out quickly. And someone's been awesome is James. He gets in a couple fights. But at the end of the day, I love that kid's talent. I love the kid's energy. I love the kid's edge. And I think that's something that's going to be good for us.
Literally and figuratively, the edge comes to mind whenever you talk about James. But when you watch him being physical like that, the speed off the line, I mean, not like you're watching him every play, but you do notice all of those attributes from James. How exciting is that to have someone like that on this team?
It's really exciting because I think the sky's the limit for him, and he's got some pretty good guys to go alongside him and to learn from. I've been watching Floyd for a long time, and some of the things he's done in this league have been really, really special, and I'm really excited that James is, that to look at. It's a pretty good example, and also the talent to just be special. So I'm excited about him.
What have you seen from Divine just a week and a half into this process? I mean, we just talked to him, and I mean, his development and the way he's kind of integrating himself into this defense. What have you seen from him?
Man, he's had a really good day today, and he had a really good day yesterday. And it's, from the jump he got here, you could tell, great athlete. Coach calls him an avatar, right? Long limbs, fast, can cover, played safety, special athlete. But I'm really loving the way he's just starting to take over practices and make big-time plays and let that energy loose a little bit.
When you say he had a good day today and a good day yesterday, what stood out?
He got to the ball carrier 6 or 7 times. Yesterday, I think he had 2 plays in a row, just TFLs. Today, had a couple right in the middle of the field, and just thudding when he gets there. He's just such a good athlete, such a good player, such a good person. I'm getting to know more and more, and when he lets that energy loose, I think it's special.
You talk about that avatar-like build. It's funny because that was the first thing I noticed when he put the pads on and he was out here for or not OTAs, but immediately. Yep. And it was that length. He's so tall. I'm curious. I know y'all haven't gone 100%, but how do you feel like that length that he has affects a game or an opportunity to make a play?
I think there's so many aspects for it too. I mean, if you're talking about block destruction, he's got the length and the size that an O-lineman. He might have just as long, if not longer, arms than them, so they're not going to be able to get their hands on him. You look at coverage, you can use your hands as a tool in press and man, but also in zone coverage, it's a big window that he's taking up, you know what I mean? When he jumps, holding his arms out. In every aspect of the game, that length can help you, and what's pretty awesome is seeing how he uses it. He's going to be a good player.
That's what he said. Sorry, that was what he said was the lanes that a quarterback is looking through. He's like, I'm kind of just standing there. I'm really tall. Don't throw it my way.
Don't throw over here. He's going to take it. Yep.
Sorry, Brie, go ahead.
Divine did talk about you guys bounce ideas off of each other sometimes. What do you like about the cerebral approach that he takes to the game, which is something that you do really well?
I love how, first and foremost, he's out there doing his job, and he's executing every single play. He doesn't mess up. So that's the first thing, right? He's dialed in every single play. And then after that, you're able to trust one another. You know they're going to do their job. So now we can start ping-ponging ideas. Hey, we can capitalize on this or that with the pressure. Maybe you go instead of me. hey, Kaden, I got you in this job because I know you're up at the line of scrimmage, and that's kind of a tough job for you. And he's just a great communicator, great guy to play with, and I'm really excited to cut it loose on Sundays with him.
This was something Marie and I were talking about during practice. Your visor, is that you didn't have that last year, did you? The shadow visor.
I had a blue one.
You had a blue one.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a little darker now.
It's a little darker.
Is that on purpose?
No, it was just the only one that the new helmet had.
Okay. Fair. Then honestly, thank you for being honest.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Easton, how's practice been going with the new team and getting acclimated, through training camp thus far?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been great to learn from that room, from Zach, TJ, DJ, all those guys. There's a lot of quarterback guys, Zamp. So it's been fun, learning a lot. It's a new system. Trying to learn it the best I can and trying to help those guys grow as well. So it's a really cool room.
Are you looking forward to Friday night? Coach told us the other Michael and Kurt will not be playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you get a chance to play, I mean, that's what we want to do, right? This stuff is great, and it's part of it, but you want to go out there and play, and you understand it's preseason. It's not necessarily, you're not putting a game plan together and doing all of it, but to get a chance to, to tee it up and keep score and all that stuff, it's a lot of fun.
How difficult is it to get ready to play, given the fact that you don't get as many reps as you've gone out there, and all the receivers are constantly rotating, and it sort of feels like a lot to throw together?
Yeah, that's the tricky part of the preseason, right? Is it's not exactly the same situation as it would be week to week, but that's part of it. And ultimately, like, you just go out there and play, and it's a really good group of receivers. I'm excited about that. The running backs, that's a great room. And really, that whole group on offense, there's a lot of continuity. I'm kind of the new guy for the most part, and so I'm trying to get, caught up with them. But it's a good group, and looking forward to playing with them.
What have you seen from Sills specifically?
Yeah, he's been really good. I just think really smart, has a great feel. And so anytime as a receiver you can be someone that plays all three spots, I think that's really valuable. And then he runs really well. He's long. So kind of everything you want in a guy going out there. So I'm excited to play with him.
How much firepower do you think this offense has?
Hopefully a lot. But I think you guys know a lot. At every position, I think there's dynamic players, guys that can score the ball. Ultimately, that's, the name of it is, you got to have explosive plays and you got to put the ball in the end zone. I think there are guys that can do that. And then the offensive line is as good of a group as I've seen. So all of that's really exciting. And, you can talk as much as you want, but ultimately you got to go out there and do that. And that's what they've been doing every day at practice. That's what's been cool, is the mentality of those guys to work and all that has been really good.
And you mentioned there are so many quarterback-minded guys on the staff. How much do you enjoy being around so many different quarterbacks?
It's a blast. Just to be able to talk through a bunch of different things, and at some point you've overlapped with the system that someone else has been in, and so to kind of cross languages a little bit is fun. And then just to learn this one. It's a great system. Zach does a really good job, and so it's been fun for me to kind of learn the detail and the why of a lot of things. That's been new. So it's been a lot of fun.
The longer you're in it, the more those become evident, where, hey, I was here and I know this guy and this guy. How many times do you find yourself doing that?
Yeah, more than you'd probably care to share, I guess. I was in one place for a long time, which was great. I loved my time with the Chargers, but there was a lot of turnover on the offensive staff, and so I've been in a lot of systems, and so there tends to be some way to cross languages a little bit and communicate with guys, which is a good thing, and yeah, so happy about it.
What did you learn from Herbert during your time behind him there?
Oh, man, a ton. You talk about just like the ultimate competitor. When you look at that position, I think that's such a huge piece of it, is, are you somebody that can rally everybody? And then it's going to do it from, now and really when the season starts all the way through the end of the year. The guy that you can depend on being out there, man, as tough as they come, super competitive. And I see that with the guys in this room too, so it's exciting.
Now, during Kansas City week, were you running the scout team as Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, we, twice a year, so getting a chance to do that a handful of times, that's fun.
You talked about the continuity, and I think it's one thing to say that and see it, but maybe it's something else entirely to feel it. I'm curious, when you first got in here, what was maybe that first indicator of how much continuity was on this offense?
I think number one, just the interactions in the locker room, you can just tell guys feel at home. And they should. They've been here and they've played their skins on the wall together, which is important. And then when you go in the meeting rooms, you know, a lot of times in a new system or you know, when you're starting over, it's like, okay, here's basic step one. We went in the first meeting room and it was like 202, 303 level. You know, it's like we're just going to pick up where we left off. And I think that's really cool. There's a ton of smart guys at every position, and that's, you know, kind of what allows you to do that is you're not skipping steps, but you're able to get to the next level of the detail.
When you're battling for us,
to that end, I've heard a little bit about the connection between Michael Penix and DJ. When you're in the room with them, what are their conversations like? What do you see in their relationship?
You know, they're like family, and I think that's what's neat is just in a year, you know, the bond that they're able to, you know, that they've cultivated. And I think you spend so much time together through the course of a season, especially I'm sure as Mike as a rookie, like just trying to catch up and learn, similar to what I'm doing now. You spend a lot of time up there, and they've got a great bond. DJ's a great coach, and so I think, like I said, it's a really good dynamic.
when you're battling for a spot on the roster, is it different than as a backup, knowing you're kind of maybe playing for a position every season?
No, you got to play well regardless, you know, and ultimately that's our job, is to go out there, protect the football, and move the team and try to score points. So, you know, it's so easy to look at the, you know, the sheet of paper and count numbers and do all that stuff. And whether you think you have a spot or you don't, in this league, you never have a spot. You got to play well. So that's the mentality.
How'd you get from Creighton Prep to North Dakota State?
I was lucky, I know that. I love that place, Fargo. That community means the world to me. It's like a second home, and so I had great coaches. The team success was awesome, and so it was a lot of fun to be a part of it.
It's been really good. I mean, been a little blessed with the weather, so that always helps a little bit. A little rainy today, so we went inside. But it's been really good, really intense, and kind of just good, just running the ball and just seeing everyone at their best.
The relationship with Mike, how has that grown early on in camp?
It's good. I mean, we're kind of just building on last year. We had a lot of banked reps last year together, and he's really good, just working on things, just staying focused. So it's been really good.
A lot of the guys have mentioned it's hard to really phase you. Have you always kind of been like that?
Yeah, kind of just try to be on a straight line, like no ups or downs, kind of just stuff happens, just got to remain the same.
Except your buddy Jake told us yesterday you have news flashes. Is that right?
Yeah, my first 2 years with Art, I was destined like the news flash guy, so I was given daily news flashes to the entire team in team meetings.
Okay, so what are some of the news flashes?
One of them was like there's more public libraries than McDonald's in the U.S.
That's comfy.
I don't know. There was too many, yeah. Probably gave around 500 of them in 2 years.
What's your favorite one you've given the team?
I don't even know. That one actually, Mike Davis stood up in the team meeting and called BS on it, and they tried to fact check me to see if I was just making stuff up. So that one actually turned out to be a really good one.
Is that continuing now, these news flashes?
No, I'm kind of thankful that kind of died out as like the years went on.
Is that because you're with the ones now, or is that just something?
No, that was kind of just like a rookie thing, and then it kind of carried on to year 2, and then year 3 came, and it was kind of enough of it.
I feel like one of your defensive teammates, I'm sorry, I can't remember who, said you looked kind of like a tree stump. Is that a compliment for an offensive lineman, or is you know, does that get your back?
I think it's really how it's interpreted. It's not too bad of a thing, being on the inside. Like, don't really have like the longest limbs, so it's not too bad. No.
Ryan, it does seem like in the trenches, it's such a big battle right now in training camp. Kind of describe how competitive it's been up front so far.
Yeah, it's definitely intense. I mean, we got good on both sides of the ball. It's been really elevating both sides of play. And then it's just been nice getting work and just working on stuff we need to work on as well.
Obviously, it gets chippy sometimes in there. Do you enjoy that as an offensive lineman?
It really depends when it happens. Sometimes you're a little too tired and it just makes you even more tired. But yeah, like I said, I mean, things get chippy because it's just good on good and just everyone just being super intense and just really elevating the play.
What's it like to be a part of an offensive line that does have a lot of continuity around you?
I mean, it's very fortunate. Like, we just know the way we think and can really just do things without communicating it too much. Obviously, we still communicate a lot, but it really helps just being able to know each guy and what they do.
Where did your pickleball prowess come from? We've been hearing about this.
Probably just stemming from tennis. Played a lot of tennis growing up. Took a tennis college class, so that helped.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, we had to take 1 credit hour during the summer, so took tennis.
And apparently you're a video game hustler as well. Lindstrom said that you run up the score in Madden or in college football.
Sometimes, man. can never let them get comfortable.
So you this sports renaissance man, like you're beating all these guys and.
Yeah, I was just fortunate growing up, just being able to stay active. Like my family was always active, so we just played pretty much everything possible.
You guys have said you're one of the best athletes on the team, like pound for pound. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. We got some great athletes on this team. Happy to be in the running, though.
Do you have any specific memories from the Tampa game? The snap, the spiking the ball before Youngway's kick there. Do you remember anything specific about that play?
Just knew I had to run.
Yeah.
Had to get to the ball as quick as possible. Was already cutting it close with just the time on it. Just knew I had to run, get on the ball, and just get set.
How cleanly does that play have to go to be successful?
Yeah, it has to go, super clean. Like I said, just them catching it, throwing it to Drake getting down immediately, kind of like seeing where the ref stands so you don't mark it too far up and they have to move the ball. It really just had to go clean. Fortunate we were able to do it.
And you're moving before. It was on the Netflix show. Have you seen the Netflix quarterback thing?
I haven't. No.
That plays on there, and it seems like you're running before Drake is down. You're sort of chasing Drake.
Yeah,
right?
I knew we had to go. It was close enough to where couldn't really wait.
Is it kind of cool going from the undrafted newsflash guy to now being the starting center for this team?
Obviously, yeah. It's really I'm really blessed for it, but a lot of work throughout the years and just slowly getting better every year.
I feel like your O-line guys probably won't let you forget the newsflash stuff, though, right?
No, yeah, that's always kind of kept at the room.
Brandon, how's camp been going for you thus far?
Camp's been amazing. It's been fun. Feel different energy this year. Bodies feel different. Just feel more explosive, fast, and I feel better, like a better player.
Was that the longest practice of training camp today? It seemed like it.
Nah, it wasn't pretty long, but just try to get extended reps today. Yeah, just get more 5-tech, 4-eye, 3-tech. Just try to really get it around on the line. Got prepared for a game, so I don't feel like it was too long.
Okay. Hey, and how are things coming together up front? You got a new coordinator, new guys, new opportunities to get on the field too for yourself.
Everything's coming together slowly. We got a lot to learn in this attack style front, but you could see it molding together. Like today was the first day. Like you could hear a lot of pass popping today. It was fun, very intense, very physical. But you can see every day is just new. A lot of things that show up, and I love it, man. It's a great defense to be in.
Is that attack style front different than what you would have played with, like when you were at Oregon in college?
Oregon was kind of like attack and kind of react attack. I feel like we just attack here. There's no reacting here, and so I feel like for sure we're attacking more than I was at Oregon. I'm still playing that 4-eye position, 5-tech, 3-tech, same thing. But the style Obrick wanted is just different. Just everything is vertical, so I love it.
What are your impressions of Brick? Just getting to know him as a guy.
My first impression of Brick was actually at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, and so when I heard that he was coming in, I was like, oh man, I already know it's coming. He's kind of reminded me of like Tosh Lupoy with my DC back at Oregon. A lot of energy every day, heart, mind, fist. That's what we rely on, and I just feed off that energy every day, and I love it.
What are some of the things he prioritizes with you guys? What do you say?
The D-line is the engine of the defense, and we got to be the engine of the team, not just the defense. And every day it got to look different. We can't have one bad day up front because everybody relies on us to have a great day. And if we have a bad day, it shows. And today was one of the days where I feel like everybody on the D-line just showed up and just hit the attack gaps, and it was fun.
And the coach talks about a lot of young guys getting that opportunity on Friday. How do you approach that? Obviously, your first opportunity playing an NFL game, but just kind of to show what you've done this preseason.
Oh, man. It's just going to be just like practice. Just trust my keys, just take the coaching that I've been coaching, and, just have fun. Remember, it's a kid's game, and just can't think too much out there, especially in this defense. If you think, you stink. So if I'm doing everything how I did in practice on Friday, I feel like it'll be a good day.
So many people talk about the SEC being a transition, but you played in a big conference. You played in a big school. How do you feel the transition's been from college to here?
It's football. At the end of the day, up front's more physical for sure, but at the end of the day, everybody's faster. But you just can't just get eyes too big because you're in the NFL. I feel like Oregon prepared me amazing, to be here, cross-training from 5-tech to playing even nose. So, I'm doing the same thing I was doing in college, and I feel like I'm prepared for this.
Excited for your NFL debut on Friday?
Of course.
Is it kind of a dream come true?
Well, it's not my first time out there. You know, I've got a couple reps last season, so I feel like it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, where'd you get that if you think you stink deal from?
Oh, that's Coach Nate's lingo right there, man. If you think you stink, you can't think in this defense. Everything's attacking. If you're not attacking, you're gonna get somebody hurt, and we're not going. It's not the defense not gonna hit. So,
Coach Ollie.
Coach Ollie, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. If you think you
That's
stink.
like his haymaker.
I saw you on Instagram golfing.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
Is it a new hobby for you?
I mean, I played for a little bit. I got to it more like end of my college career at Oregon. Like that last season, got to more golfing. But I've been golfing a lot since I've been back in Georgia.
Are you kind of part of this the golfing crew on the team?
Oh, what, Kyle and them?
Are you in the group chat?
I didn't want to be in the group chat, but they invite me here and there. I don't golf as much as them, but yeah, you know, Koo's a great player, Kyle's a great player. I just played in college tournament before camp started, so it was very fun, and I love it. Yeah.
What is it that you like about it?
The golf?
Yeah, just curious.
I think that's the vibe. It's different from football, where it's like, you know, in football you can make a mistake and you know you can really get saved because you got 10 guys around you. Man, golf is really a sport where you can't really mess up, and if you do, you got to really like lock in because that one mess up could ruin your round. Man.
You got to think more in golf, right?
Oh yeah, no. If you think you stink in golf, you can't think in golf either. You got to just be nice and smooth. Just let it come to you. It'll come. Yeah.
Looking forward to most about Friday.
Oh man, just being back out there, you know, live, you know, just hitting somebody else beside my teammates. You know, it kind of gets annoying when you just OTA, training camp, you see the same guys over and over again. But you know, it's time to see somebody else and hit them in the mouth.
I'm just kind of curious your overall thoughts on Jeff Ulbrich and working with him and kind of what he's asking you to do within this scope of the scheme.
I think Ulbrich's a great guy, first of all, great coach as well. He always checks on his guys. He brings the energy to the room, so even if you're feeling like you don't want to bring it today, he makes you bring it. So I love that about him. As far as him asking me like what he wants from me, he just wants me to be me, and I appreciate that as well. I'm gonna play fast for him, play physical for him, and that's all I can do.
There was something that I believe it was during like OTAs or mandatory minicamp or something, and Raheem was it may have been Raheem or Brick, and they were talking about how you kind of surprised them in what they thought you were versus what you were showing them day in and day out. Did you get a sense of like coming in here and you're like, you know what, I want to establish something new about myself? Was that ever a thought?
I did. I felt like I let myself down at my last team. I wanted to bring something new to this team. I wanted to give it my all, 110%, that extra 10%. I feel like that's big, and I'm glad they noticed, and I'm just keep doing that.
What was the thing that you felt like, you said you let down your last team? What made you feel that way?
I'm not really sure. I feel like obviously I had some health issues. I make sure I take care of my body. Extra film study. I feel like just watching film on a random Friday instead of going out watching a movie, I feel like that adds to it as well. And obviously I started off as a safety. I think over time you just learn naturally, and I think that's where I'm at now.
As the Falcons were recruiting you, sorry, go ahead, Maria.
Go ahead.
As the Falcons were recruiting you through the free agency process, did they talk to you much about the Raiders game last year? I seem to remember you played pretty well. I just that came up.
They didn't talk about it till I came here for a visit. They actually mentioned a couple plays that I made, and I thought that was cool that they noticed that. It's funny how that works. You play good against a team, and they end up winning you. So it worked out, and I'm glad.
Sorry. Speaking of the recruiting process, I mean, Foye Lucan was somebody who played for the Falcons, was coached by Jeff Ulbrich. Jeff Ulbrich's, of course, back here in Atlanta. He was a safety converted to linebacker. Was that something that kind of played into that when you were making your decision?
I didn't see Ulbrich. He mentioned he recruited me. Well, he talked to me during the NFL draft process. I was one of his guys as well. We didn't end up on the team back then, but we came back around together, and I'm glad we did.
What's enjoyable about being a part of this defense so far?
Just the energy these guys bring, man. I feel like there's no egos out there. Everybody just wants to play for each other, and I'm grateful for that.
What's it like playing with a guy like Kaden Elliss?
It's awesome, man. It's like I won't say another me because Kaden is Kaden, obviously, and he's big time. But I feel like we share the same brain. Like if I need something, he's there. If he needs something, I'm gonna fill in for him. So that's how we just play off of each other.
And then you mentioned a couple of traits that you have, but because a lot of people don't know who Divine Deablo is, who is he?
Just a guy who's gonna put everything out there for his team.
How much, something that struck me the first time I think I saw you like in person, not even like watching film, but saw you out on the field, I was like, he's a lot taller than I thought he was. I was like, your length and how tall you are kind of struck me as being unique for the position a little bit. How do you feel like that plays into your specific skill set?
I think it helps because even if I don't drop deep enough, my height helps discourage the quarterbacks from throwing in that window. And honestly, just being big, like, standing up to these old linemen because they like to bully. So I think the height helps me a lot.
I hope you take that as a compliment and not mean not.
Oh, no, I appreciate that.
Devon, you guys are getting ready to head in your first preseason game. Where do you feel like the defense is at right now as you guys head in the front?
I think we're in a decent spot. We still have a lot of room to improve. I like where we are right now, though, and we're just going to keep working and get better.
A mantra that Brick has said from the go is this like heart, mind, fist mantra that he just says over and over, and I'm sure y'all hear it way more even than we do. Who do you think is somebody who on this defense embodies that?
It's hard to just name one. We got Kaden Elliss, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Mike. It's just the whole defense. I can't name one guy. We're all working to be the heart, mind, fist, and that's what we are striving for.
It does feel like this camp's been really competitive, whether it's one day the offense edging the defense out, and then it goes back and forth. How does that help this time of the year?
I feel like it helps because it makes both sides of the ball better. I feel like if one side continuously wins, the other side isn't. Actually, neither side is really getting better if one side is blowing the other side out. So I'm glad that we're competing at this level, and I think it'll make the whole team better.
How competitive do you think this defense really is? Because it seems like when the offense does edge you guys out, you guys get frustrated a bit more.
We are very competitive. We do not like losing, and we will always come back.
I think y'all are in a very unique position where it's like when you do ones versus twos, y'all are going against Kirk Cousins, who's someone who's been a starter in this league for over a decade.
Yeah.
How do you see that helping you guys in how he's conducting the offense, even if it is like the quote-unquote twos?
I think it helps a lot. Kirk is, like you said, he's been in the league for a while. He's a vet, and he doesn't give the typical backup look, and we appreciate that because we need it.
A couple of the young defensive linemen have said that they appreciate this system because they feel like it's a little less technical and a little more, just attack-oriented, and that fits them better. So you've been a couple of places. Would you agree with that assessment, and how do you think?
I agree 100%. I feel like you let the D-line go, and it's in our name, linebackers. We back the line up.
Right.
Wherever they are, we need to be, and that's how we plan on playing.
Where's the balance between attack and not worrying about every little thing, and also doing enough little things to not get out of,
I see what you mean. It's just in the details. I feel like you got to know the play, first of all. If you need to contain, you got to contain. Outside of that, you just play fast, and I think all the pieces will fill itself.
Lenny, how's training camp going for you so far?
Really good, really enjoyable. It's been a great experience. The team has been great, coaches, staff, so have a lot of fun. Keep working hard, and it's really good so far.
What's been the biggest thing that you've learned in training camp so far?
It's probably just consistency. Like every decision I make has to be like pro football, pro performance. So just being mindful of that. Whatever you eat, whatever treatment you have, it's all about like football and performing.
How did you get into football?
Well, I played soccer for quite a long time, and my older brother, who was a football coach, like an American football coach, kind of dragged me into football once COVID hit, and I stopped playing soccer. So he's the one who kind of got me into playing and kicking.
You reach out on social media to folks? Marquise said there was some Instagram stuff involved, or some social media to learn how to kick and American kicking.
Oh yeah. Well, over in Germany or in Europe, there aren't a lot of kicking coaches or gurus. So my way was just watching NFL guys, YouTube videos of coaches, and see how other people get coached to see what kind of works for me.
Describe your relationship with Youngway and just a guy that's been in the league for 7 years. What are you learning from him?
A lot. I mean, he's been great. He's a great resource for me to just give me insights about his routines, his like work ethic, way of thinking about kicking and like situations. So it's a great relationship. I really appreciate him for being so open and so welcoming to me. And it's been great so far.
So what would it be like if kicking in the game if you get to kick in the game there on Friday night?
Would be great. I mean, that's the thing I think everybody in this room kind of works for. It's just to be prepared for the games, be ready for those situations. and I'm looking forward for more opportunities.
Have they talked to you about what your specific role is going to be on Friday, or if they described it yet?
No, not yet. It's just preparing for the if, but nothing specific.